How's it going, everyone? Mr. Boulder here, hoping that you're all well, looking after yourselves as per usual. I'm back today with a response video to Metal Connection's VCLT challenge. J-Dub, I think his name is, his new channel in the VC, Metal Connection, very good stuff. He started up this challenge to get a push for him to get to 100 subscribers. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. You show albums in your collection that begins with the letters VCLT. I've got 5 albums for each letter. So we'll get started in a second. Just want to say, sorry if there was no video yesterday, but I tested positive for COVID last Thursday. And I was still quite under the weather and not very energetic yesterday, but feeling a lot better today. So hence we're back today with the video. So after a quick sip of coffee, we're going to get started. As always, I'll leave a link to J-Dub's channel in the description of this video. So head on over there, give him a sub, get involved with this challenge, watch his videos, check him out. He's got some good content up. So up first, obviously, is V, 5 albums here. One of the most important albums of the 1990s, without a doubt, is Pantera's Vulgar Display of Power, of course. Why this didn't leap immediately to mind, I don't know. But yeah, I did remember eventually about it. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to find albums in your collection that begin with the letter V. So yeah, this Pantera's Vulgar Display of Power from 1992, massively important album. The Abbott Brothers, Rex Brown and Fred Anselmo. This is what happens when the stars align and everything comes together perfectly. Fantastic album from Pantera from 92, Vulgar Display of Power there. That's the first one for V. Violator from Depeche Mode. Synth pop giants ditch the synth pop, go for something much more mature sounding, something much darker, and absolutely worked for them. Crossed over to many more people and were just absolutely huge when this album came out. Great stuff in this, like Policy of Truth, Enjoy the Silence, World in My Eyes, Clean's a great song. Waiting for the Night's another great track. Great stuff from them. 1990, Depeche Mode's Violator. Up next, a lot of people don't like this album, but I'm not one of them. Iron Maiden's Virtual 11. Second album with Blaze Bayley on vocals. Some great stuff on this. Is it a perfect album? Not at all, but stuff on this that I really like. Future Ill, Angel and the Gambler. Yeah, that's right, I love that song. Klansman's fucking brilliant. When Two Worlds Collide. The Educated Fool, stuff like that. Maiden's Virtual 11 from 1998. I really enjoy that one. Verses by Pearl Jam, their second album from 1993. I've seen a lot of people say in the VC in the past that they enjoy their debut, but I'm not interested after that. Whereas I think this is just as good. Maybe not as good, but nearly as good as a debut 10. Verses from 93 is superb. Stuff on this like Go, Animal, Rearview Mirror, is it? Rearview Mirror? Yep, Rearview Mirror, Glorified G, Dissident Daughter, Leash, Indifference. It's packed front to back with great songs. It's pretty much as good as the debut as far as I'm concerned. Not quite as good, but nearly there. Another album for the V's there, Verses from Pearl Jam, superb stuff. And of course, Volume 4 by the originators, Black Sabbath. Great album, Supernaut, Snowblind, stuff like that. It's got the original version of Changes on it, of course. Under the Sun, stuff like that. Good stuff. So that's all my V's. Black Sabbath, Volume 4. On to the C's now. Violator, Chemical Assault. Thrash metal from Germany. If you're not familiar with these guys, you've got to check them out, and especially this album. It's absolutely superb. Just really raw, great riffing, drums are great, vocals are fantastic. If you love your old school thrash, you've got to check this out. I actually forgot how good this was. I listened back to it a couple of months ago for the first time in years, and it's so good. So yeah, if you like your thrash and you're not familiar with this, you need to get on it straight away. You won't be disappointed. Core from Stone Temple Pilots, their debut from 1992. Loads of great riffs on this one. Scott Weiland on vocals. Great album. Dead and Bloated, Sex Type Thing, one of my favourite riffs ever, Sex Type Thing. Wicked Garden's great. Creep, Piece of Pie, Plush, fantastic stuff. Cracker Man, Where the River Goes. It's just a great debut album from these guys. A lot of people dismissed them as Pearl Jam rip-offs. And if you'd only ever heard Plush, I could kind of understand that, because Scott did sound a little bit like Eddie Vedder on that song, but that's the only time you ever sound like Eddie Vedder. This is a fantastic album from Stone Temple Pilots. Core from 1992. That's great stuff. A band that's never ever got the recognition they deserve, I think. This is Prong and Cleansing from 1994, I think. Great riffing from Tommy Victor, of course, a very underrated guitar player. Good vocals as well. This also has Paul Raven on bass, who has since passed away. He used to be a member of Killing Joke. Another Worldly Device, great track. Whose Fist Is It Anyway? Another good track. Snap Your Fingers, Snap Your Neck, that's the one that everyone will remember. Cut Rate's a great song. Broken Peace, Not This Earth, Sublime, Test. Great album. Yeah, for some reason these guys just don't really get the recognition they deserve. They deserve more, but they haven't got it so far, but they absolutely deserve it. That's Prong's Cleansing from 1994. Carrying On With The Seas is an album that needs no introduction if you're into death metal. This is Entombed's Clandestine from 1991. Nick A. Anderson, the drummer, doing the vocals on this one. Essential death metal. I think I might actually prefer this over Left Hand Path. Great stuff on this. Let's have a quick look at the track listing. Living Dead's brilliant. Sinners Bleed, I love as well. Stranger Aeons. Chaos Breed, probably my favourite song on the album. Doing breakdowns there before breakdowns were essential to every bloody metalcore song. Cruel is another great track. Fantastic stuff from these Swedes. Brilliant, brilliant album. Yep, slightly prefer this one over Left Hand Path. I'm probably in the minority when I say that. But there we go. We're all entitled to our opinion, aren't we? And the last one for the Seas is another album that will need no introduction to you if you're a death metal fan. Morbid Angel's Covenant from 1993, their third album. Trey, Dave and Pete, fantastic stuff. Rapture, the first song, superb. Vengeance Is Mine, Lion's Den, really good. Blood on My Hands, fantastic. Angel Disease, Sworn to the Black, and ends with God of Emptiness, absolutely superb death metal. Love this album. Prefer this over Blessed Are the Sick, actually. Superb stuff. Covenant from Morbid Angel from 1993. Absolutely superb. Moving to the L's now. First up, some new metal. This is Mudvayne and LD50. I think this is 2001. Can't see at the moment. It's about 2001, something like that. Yeah, these guys are underrated as musicians, actually. They really know how to play their instruments. I'm not a fan of the stuff as they went on. They get way too commercial for my liking, and they just watered down their product where it wasn't as good. But this is superb stuff. Dig and Internal Primates Forever, they are my two favourite songs. Nothing to Gain is also a great track. Good stuff there from the new metalers, who are now back together, of course, after a very long time of being apart. Mudvayne's LD50 kicks off the L's. Gojira, L'Enfant Sauvage. I think I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, good stuff. I mean, it took me a while to sort of appreciate these guys. I'd heard about them years ago, and I thought they were okay. And then one year I was at Bloodstock, and Mastodon were headlining, and these guys were on before. And these guys came on, and it absolutely blew me away. They were just absolutely brilliant, the entire set. The way the kick drums are just thundering across the field, tightly locked in with the riffs. Great vocals. This is a superb album. Explosia, the title track, The Wild Healer, The Gift of Guilt, Pain is a Master. This is a 10 out of 10 album. There's no bad songs on this. I'm not a huge fan of these guys though. I must say, I heard a couple of tracks from the album that came out this year, and I was not impressed at all. So I haven't picked the album up. I'll probably pick it up when it comes down in price, but from what I did hear, it didn't really impress me that much. But this is superb. L'Enfant Sauvage from Gojira from 2012. Great album. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. Our next second album by this supergroup, Velvet Revolver. Libertad. Great stuff. I got their first album when it first came out, and I didn't pick this up till literally about 2 years ago for some reason. Glad I finally jumped on the train because this is all good. Great album from this supergroup. Former members, obviously, of Guns N' Roses, Stone Temple Pilots. Yeah, great stuff. I can't read the track list at the moment because it's so bloody dark. But yeah, it's a great album. Love it. Not a bad song on it. Not as quite good as the debut, but still really good. Another one for the T's. This is Love Is For Suckers by Twisted Sister. Not the T's, the L's. Yeah, I really like this one. I know a lot of people don't. To be honest, it's not really a Twisted Sister album. This is a Dee Snider solo album. I saw an interview with him years ago where he said that he was pressured by the record company to release it under the Twisted Sister name because they wanted to make sure it sold more copies. It's a good album though. Wake Up, Sleeping Giant, first track's great. Hot Love is one of my favourite songs on the entire album, without a doubt. In fact, it probably is my favourite. Love Is For Suckers, I'm So Hot For You Tonight. First side is all killer stuff. Me and the Boys is quite good, bit cheesy. One Bad Habit, I Want This Night, yeah, right. Good stuff. I think Wingers Red Beach plays some guitar on this. And some other guys, I can't remember who else off the top of my head. Kip Winger's on it as well. Yeah, another one there for the L's. Twisted Sisters, Love Is For Suckers. Doesn't get a lot of love from some people, but it certainly does from me. And last for the L's is the very underrated and very good Low from Testament, which came out in 1994. Thrash bands were dropping like flies in 1994. Not Testament though. Well, that's fair to say this isn't just an out-and-out thrash metal album. There's definitely some death metal starting to make its way into proceedings here. This is when Chuck Billy's vocal style changed to something quite deeper. I mean, he still does the normal kind of Chuck Billy vocals, but there's definitely some death grunts going on in this one as well. This is a superb album, quite underrated and underappreciated, I think. But the title track's superb. Legions in Hiding, Hail Mary, brilliant song. Trail of Tears, power ballad, really good. Dogface Gods, bordering on death metal, that one. Chasing Fear's good. Last Call. This has got John Tempest on drums, the legendary James Murphy on lead guitar, and obviously Chuck Billy, Eric Peterson, and Greg Christian on bass. Great album, Testament's Low from 1994. That finishes off the L's. And now for the T's. Quick sip of coffee. Start with some Thrash. Creator's Terrible Certainty from 1987. Great thrash metal. These guys really rarely let you down. I listened to this quite a bit last year, and it's a great album. Storming with Menace, great song. Title track, great. As the World Burns, good song. But side 2 for me is where it's really at. Toxic Trace, brilliant song. Mille Petros's vocals are so vicious. No Escape, One of Us. Last track, Behind the Mirror, absolutely superb. Essential German thrash metal. These guys deliver pretty much every single time. And this will not disappoint you if you've not heard it and you're into thrash, but you probably have heard it because it's superb. Something completely different now. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. When it comes to Fleetwood Mac, a lot of people sort of go towards Rumours, if we're not talking about the late 60s bluesy Peter Green era, of course. But my mum had this on cassette back when it first came out, so I heard this album loads when I was younger, and I still love it now. This is actually a box set edition, and great tracks on this. Big Love, that was a good single. Seven Wonders, great track. Everywhere is another good single. Caroline, title track's brilliant. Little Lies, another big single. Family Man, I really enjoy. Welcome to the Room, Sarah. Isn't it Midnight? When Will I See You Again? Stuff like that. It's a great album. I absolutely love it. Yeah, Mum played this loads when I was a kid. Yeah, I can still remember it. Pretty much word for word now. Fantastic stuff. Fleetwood Mac's Tango in the Night from 1987. Another one for the Tees. Motley Crue's Too Fast for Love. Most of you will know this. First album from the hair metal, glam metal, hard rock giants. Brilliant stuff. I know some people prefer this one the most out of all their albums because it's the rawest sounding one. And I can definitely understand that. It's got very raw sound on it compared to some of the latter stuff, which was very slickly produced. Great songs on this, like Live Wire, Take Me to the Top. Come On and Dance is on this one, isn't it? Piece of Your Action, Too Fast for Love, Starry Eyes. Public Enemy #1 as well. Fantastic album. Great riffing from Nick Mars, as always. Underrated player. Vince sounding really good on this. Tom Lee's drums sounding good as well. The drumming, not the drum sound. The drumming sound's not the best, but it was produced or made for a very sort of small budget, so no surprise it doesn't sound absolutely amazing, but I still really love it. Too Fast for Love from Motley Crue from 1981. Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic from 1975. This is an 87 reissue. Love these guys. I haven't shown them much on my channel actually, but yeah, fantastic album, great stuff. From Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford, Joey Kramer, Tom Hammond on bass, of course. Toys in the Attic, title track superb. Walk This Way, the original version, of course, great stuff. Sweet Emotion, classic guitar riff in that tune. No More, No More, Round and Round. Great songs, great vocals, great guitar playing. Fantastic stuff. Excellent hard rock from the 70s. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic is a superb album. And the last one for the Tees, and the last one to be shown here, Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated. This is the first one that sprang to mind when I thought of Tees. I absolutely love this album. One of the best album openers ever on this, Hammer Smashed Face. And you got stuff on here like I Come Blood, Addicted to Vaginal Skin, Split Wide Open, Post-Mortal Ejaculation, Cryptic Stench, Beyond the Cemetery, excellent death metal. Chris Barnes sounding at his absolute best. Great riffing from Jack Owen on this one. Alex Webster, of course, on the bass. The Steve Harris of death metal bass players. Paul Mazurkiewicz on the drums, doing a great job. Superb death metal from 1992. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Really pummeling, really heavy, really nasty, just how I like it. Cannibal Corpse, Tomb of the Mutilated, that's the last of the Tees, and that wraps up this video. Right, cheers for hanging around to the end, guys. Thank you very much. I'll be back maybe even this week with another video. It's going to be another response video. So cheers for hanging around to the end. Cheers for watching. Please like this video if you do. If you're not subbed to the channel, then please do subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. And make sure you head over to J-Dub's channel, Metal Connection, and give him a sub. Like I said earlier, I'll leave a link below. Leave us a comment, get in touch. Let me know what you think about these albums that I chose. And I'll catch you soon. Look after yourselves, take care, and catch you soon. See you guys. Bye.